Now, how do we overcome this way of thinking? How do we overcome this kind of discrimination to move forward and get closer to constitutionally what we say we are here in South Africa?
From my perspective, there are two ways. Okay, well, firstly, you need to clearly increase the levels of legal reform and policies and procedures, which Triangle Project works on. There is currently a hate crime task team. It's a government task team with the Department of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, and they're looking at legislating against hate crimes. Bearing in mind that LGBTI people are not the only people who suffer from hate crimes. There are a whole myriad of people who are victims of hate crimes. So to change to implement legal reform, to change policies, procedures, those kind of things is very important. Similarly, to educate the public over and over and over again and to try and get the message across. But I feel quite strongly that the problem with LGBTI issues in South Africa has been that it hasn't been a kind of an issue that has a critical mass of support. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to refer to an issue that was taken up in a very, very clever way. And I feel the same thing needs to be done with LGBTI issues. The HIV/AIDS situation. When TAC, or Zaki Ahmad particularly, developed that T-shirt which said HIV/AIDS positive, whether or not you were, you put on the T-shirt. Yeah. And then Nelson Mandela wore that T-shirt and identified with that issue. That developed a critical mass of solidarity for people who have HIV or AIDS. Similarly, you need a critical mass of people who support LGBTI issues. And it's going to take a long time to develop that, to build it. It's going to involve Triangle Project and our members and all LGBTI people in the country who are members of organizations, not only educating and training other organizations, particularly human rights organizations, but also those organizations training our people in what other socio-economic and political issues are. Because unless you're involved in issues alongside other people, you cannot build solidarity. So we need to work with other organizations and they need to work with us. And we will slowly, it's going to take many years, build a critical mass whereby it's going to be a real issue to be dealt with and not an issue where LGBTI people are given things differently from other people. LGBTI people should be given the same things, treated exactly the same, equally. It's an issue of equality and human rights.